welcome back to Liv's Bookshelf. I'm so excited for today because today we are discussing Ready Player One. So this review, because I absolutely loved it so much, will be divided into two little sections. So I'll start off and I'll give you a little bit about the book, a little bit of info, and if you haven't read the book, it's okay because it's spoiler free. And then I'm gonna give you a warning, and a bright red warning sign will flash on the screen. And if you have not read the book by that point in the review, then you need to leave, go to bye, go away, because I'm gonna be discussing some stuffing. Ready Player One is a young adult-ish novel by Ernest Cline. I'm honestly not sure if it's young adult or adult. It seems a little bit of both, but we're gonna say young adult because the main characters are, for the most part, young adults. So Ready Player One is set in 2045 for the most part, a futuristic dystopian world where pretty much everything that can go wrong has gone wrong. So meanwhile, while this energy crisis is going on, we meet our main character whose name is Wade. Now, Wade likes to play video games a lot, and he also loves logging onto this cool thing called the Oasis. The Oasis is a virtual reality that spans across all these servers, and it's like this one big mega computer. Imagine Twitch and YouTube and Dungeons and Dragons plus Warframe, a little bit of Call of Duty, and Minecraft, but like thousands of other video games too. Oh, and Oasis has insane graphics, by the way. Insane. So this Oasis was created by a guy named Halliday, and our book begins when Halliday passes away and decides to leave a little video game trail, and at the end of the trail there will be an Easter egg. The first person to find the Easter egg and solve all of his riddles will inherit billions and billions of dollars and all of his property. Easy enough. That's all they have to do. So, of course, our main character, Wade, who's a die-hard fan of Halliday, decides that he is going to take on the quest and he is going to find Halliday's egg. And this is where I leave you all who have not read the book yet. If you must promise me that you will not go any further until you read the book or see the movie. I'm sorry we have to part like this, but it must be done. So here's your flashing warning sign. You must leave now. You have officially been banned from the rest of this video unless you have seen it, because I don't want to be the person responsible for spoiling you. And if you go any further, be warned. So, welcome to the spoiler section of this review. We are about to get intense here. We are about to go into details here. So I'm glad all of you who read the book or by this point in human history have seen the movie, even though in my point in human history the movie hasn't come out yet, so I am very hyped for that. But, by the way, movie trailer reaction, that's a thing that's going to happen on this channel, by the way. So we continue on 5 years later in our story, and Parzival, so Wade makes an account, and he has had this account for a while, and his username is Parzival. So we know him mainly by Parzival and all the other characters mainly by their usernames. So I will be referring to them through their usernames because, to be honest with you, I cannot remember Ake's username for the life of me. So we follow Wade 5 years into the future in 2045, where he is still looking for the egg and nobody has gotten anywhere close to it yet, or so we think. He winds up solving one of the riddles, and this is where we meet Artemis, a spunky gamer girl who is also trying to find the egg and also runs a blog. I can relate. And she is awesome. So she is a complete dungeon master. She's like a level 50 or something. She's totally cool. And we find out that Parzival has a deep, deep cyber crush on her. Also, he stalks her a little bit. Just a little bit. But it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. She has no idea. She realizes that Parzival makes it to the scoreboard, and she tries to lock him out and not let him get out of the dungeon for a while. It's a cute little trick, and it's really funny at the time. Then the competition heats up when we see that Eik, one of Parzival's, or Eik, one of Parzival's best friends, makes it to the scoreboard after him and Artemis. The competition starts heating up as they become globally famous across news feeds, both in the Oasis and in real life. Oh, where was I? Next, we find two other competitors that show up on the gaming board. This is Dato and Shoto. Now, these two claim to be brothers from Japan who are working together to find the key. They say that whoever's going to find it, it's going to be one of them. They're immediately likable because they hate the Sixers. The Sixers? Who are they, you may ask? Well, if you read the book, you know. Just kidding. Sixers are our bad guys. These guys work together and they're like a giant Gunter clan, except they're run by corporations. So these guys are mean. We don't like these guys. Also, they tried to blow up Parzival's house. No, they didn't try, they did. And kill Parzival, which we didn't like that either. So then a lot of stuff happens, a lot of drama, and just kind of sucked into the story. The Jade Key is eventually found, and then the Jade Gate, and Parzival gets really angry because he beat a Pac-Man. It was a Pac-Man machine? I feel like it was Pac-Man. And it was Pac-Man or Zork. And it was Pac-Man. Yeah, it was Pac-Man. So he beats Pac-Man, and all he gets is a quarter for it, and all these funny things happen, and then we find ourselves at the end of the book where all of the big plot twists happened, and Shoto dies. So Dato dies first, but then he dies in real life, which was insane, and then Shoto dies fighting Sorrento, and then Artemis and Eik die, but like in the Oasis. Shoto dies in the Oasis too, so they're all like okay, like in real life. And then what was next? Oh, and then he finds the Crystal Gate, and he can't get to it because he doesn't have any of his mods anymore, so he has to find Artemis's boots. And that was hilarious. And then he's in a scene in Monty Python, which was great, and he's like, I think I'm on a horse, guys. Are you sure? There's like no horse under you. Looks behind. Those are coconuts! Minus 100 points. Wrong dialogue. Which was absolutely hilarious, and probably my favorite moment in this entire book was the Monty Python scene, because I love Monty Python. But the Monty Python and the Holy Grail, that was a funny scene. Are those coconuts? Yes, but we've written in the letter. There's everything about this book is good. I am trying to do a critical review and completely flopping at it because I can't find anything bad about this book. It was just a really good book, and it was perfectly executed. It was a perfect mix of old 80s values and fun millennial values kind of mixed in together. It was a perfect mix of old 80s nostalgia thrown into the future. It's everything you want from a book in 2018, except this book was written way before 2018. This book deserves a movie, and it deserves a good movie, so fingers crossed that the movie is absolutely excellent and lives up to the amazing writing of Ernest Cline.